Hey everybody, welcome back to A Slice of Gaming. I am the only Python 4. This is Super Mario Bros. Free for the Nintendo's Entertainment System, and this game is brought to you by GameAnyone.com. So we're going to finish up this first world here. This is Grassland in particular. That's what it's called here. Something I've just, well, not just recently noticed, but you'll see this commonly on the maps, that the plants in the background will actually kind of dance to the music. It's one of those cute little things that I think it's cute anyways. So this is another fairly simplistic world here. Got a nice wide open area, and we've got these weird mushroom things. I don't even know what they are. Cloud's got squirrels in it, and you'll get to see this thing is the first appearance in this whole game of where you get to see those moving platforms. And there's also a one up here that you can get right in that block. Now if you weren't smart like I did, you might not want to open these little holes up here, because the mushroom might sneak through and you might not get it. Now there's also a secret in this world right here if I can fly, which I can't. So let's gain up some more speed. Fly, there we go. You can kind of skip over what's down below you and get the coins here. Get them, get them, get them, land safely, there we go. Something that's always scary in this game here, that you have to make sure that you land safely as well. This world's not a very long level, as you can see. Unfortunately, I did get a mushroom again. I will show off that you can get 5 up that. And sometimes when you get a certain amount of points, depending on what you get at the time as well, you can get this end spade, which is going to be like a memory match game. This is a good opportunity to earn items, 1-ups, coins, lots of things. Flip over any 2 cards and see if they match. Match twice and you're out. Now, interesting enough, in the original Japanese version, it wasn't going to be Toad the first time around. Not only was it not going to be Toad, but it was also going to be Hammer Brothers, Koopas, and I believe that's it, that are going to be hosting these little party games that we'll be seeing much throughout the game. Now this guy up ahead here, he's going to give us quite a few problems, but he's a Hammer Brother. When you beat a Hammer Brother, you'll get an item at the end. Items sometimes being useful or not being useful, but you need to beat them. Sometimes they'll get in your way, sometimes you can avoid them. This time I can't. So let's beat this guy. Of course, future Hammer Brothers aren't going to be as easy as this guy here. And I personally am not one for these guys. Sometimes you'll get a power-up in one of these blocks, so it's always good to explore them. And this time I've got a Starman, which is going to be very useful in beating the Hammer Brothers much later on in the game. Alright, now we're at the final part of the world here. At every end of each world, you're going to have to fight a castle. Well, not fight a castle, but you're going to have to go through the castle, solve the problem that's here, and go to what is the airship levels of the game.
Oh, it's terrible! The king has been transformed! Please find the magic wand so we can change him back.
What's wrong with being a dog? I like him as a dog. Also in the Game Boy Advance version, the what the kings can turn into actually changes from the original version. Alright, now this is what made the game popular, I think, in my opinion. These airship levels, this music, featured in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, also remixed and reorchestrated in Super Mario Galaxy. We haven't seen airships since this game, and it was brought back in Super Mario Galaxy. Now, something to notice here, as you can see, I'm kind of, you know, small, and if I die in this world, the airship will move around the map, which I'm sure you might be seeing much later on. I'm hoping not, because, well, I want to do this 100% as much as I can, and I apologize in advance if I do die. If I do reach a world where I do have problems in it, I'll just do the best I can in the world. And if I do goof up quite a bit of the times, maybe I'll make a blooper video. Now, in this pipe is going to be the very popular, very infamous Koopalings. You're going to have to fight each one of them in each world. The first one, I think, is Larry? Lemmy? It's either Larry or Lemmy. I'm not 100% sure. I know Iggy's the one with the rainbow hair. No, 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 don't die. It's a very intense battle. There we go. Now we're going to get our crystal rod back, or magic wand, whatever you want to call it. I love catching it in the midair. It's the best part. Anytime I see this scene, I think of the Super Mario Bros. 3 video that's on YouTube that just shows the bloopers from this game. And instead of falling gracefully like he will, he'll kind of fall in the background. Oh, thank heavens! I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here is a letter from the princess.
Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have enclosed a jewel that will help protect you. Princess Toadstool.
We get our first P-Wing of the game, something that's going to be very, very useful. What P-Wings allow you to do is allow you to give you infinite flight. As you can see at the bottom when that P-meter fills up, in case you haven't noticed, when we're in our raccoon form, it'll fill up and then that's when we can fly. The P-Wing will give us an infinite amount of time to fly. Now, to open up your inventory, you just have to press the B button and we can use up any one of these items that we see here. Just to show that off, I'm just going to be using a mushroom just for this stage in particular. We are now in the second world, which I believe is called Desert Land, if I'm not mistaken, and this world is a pretty fun world. This is probably one of my favorites in this particular world anyways. You get these little mini Goombas that will jump up at you. Now, just to defeat them, as you can see, you just have to jump on their heads. There, that's not so bad. In this world, you can also get quite a bit of coins as well. And I'll be showing where you can get that in just a moment. Actually, it's not the world I'm thinking of, but you can go up here if you've got a raccoon tail. And there'll be a pipe with a little bit more coins inside here. There we go, now that I got up here. There'll be one of these switches inside. What P switches do, they'll make these blue coins appear. They're not worth any more than a regular coin. And all the coins will turn into blocks, and all blocks will turn into coins. So that'll allow us to come in here. Get rid of this stupid thing. You can't kill that thing unless you've got a raccoon tail, and unfortunately I did kind of screw up on the timing. But luckily for me, there's another one right in here. Let my brother Goomba come down here. Squish. Another one just hidden right in this cave here. Or in that block rather, not cave. Now these stupid fire things can go through walls and stuff, as you can kind of see. Now we'll get rid of them with a raccoon tail. And there's another item in here, I believe. That item being a nice handy one-up. Now let's finish off this level. There's not really much else to this stage. Just very simple, just very, very easy to do. My personal favorite in the desert land anyways. Get rid of you, and one more of these guys, just to, you know, throw that in just cuz. And of course him at the end too. And we get ourselves yet another one-up. Alright, now, in the Game Boy Advance version, actually when you lined up these things, it'll actually turn into, from the spade, to a heart, to a diamond, and then when you line up the guys, you actually get more men each time. I'll line you up one day. I should get a men for that, just lining them up all differently. Now, this is the last world I'll be doing in this video. This one introduces the quicksand, which we'll be seeing much later on in the game as well. As for the quicksand, you don't want to step inside of it. Now, this world is also another world where you have to collect as many coins as possible. It's a little bit more difficult to do since the coins are going to be spattered out, especially right in this area here. You want to collect as many as we can because this world will also open up a toad house as well. And the P-switch was right inside that block that I just passed by, so I want to make sure I get it. Now the one downside to this particular stage is that if you land in the water, it'll most definitely slow you down. Now I want to go back right here, catch this again, open up the P-switch, and make sure I step on it. Now make sure I want to get all these coins as much as I can here, without getting hit by those stupid fish. I'm not too sure if I'll be getting it this time around. I'm pretty sure the item you get, though, is just an anchor. And what the anchor does is that it will stop the ship from moving around after you die in it. So unfortunately I couldn't earn the blue toad house in this level, I don't believe anyways. But I did, however, earn myself a star. Yeah, no toad house for me. I'll be doing the fortress when I come back, so I'll catch you guys later. See ya!